For many Sri Lankan students, the biggest question about US or any universities is, how on earth will I pay for it? The good news, a number of US colleges offer full ride scholarships or generous need-based financial aid that can cover most or all expenses for international students. In this module, we'll unravel the often confusing world of US college funding, from the difference between full ride merit scholarships and need-based financial aid to how to apply for aid. Hello, CSS Profile, and highlight some top scholarship opportunities, including those TSN has compiled in our database. By the end, you'll know how to make your dream education financially attainable. These are two main pathways to getting money for college. Merit scholarships. These are awards given for some merit, academic, leadership, talent, etc. Many are full ride, meaning they cover tuition, fees, room and board, everything, or at least full tuition. They often come from the university itself. Example, Duke's Robertson Scholarship, which is a full ride, or the CAST Scholarship for international students at Duke University. Or from external organizations. For example, some US foundations offer scholarships open to all nationalities. Merit scholarships are competitive, usually a separate application or automatic consideration for top applicants. They aren't based on financial need, though some consider both merit and need. Winning one is like striking gold. You get prestige and funding. Need-based financial aid. This is money given based on your family's financial situation. US colleges that are well endowed, like Harvard, Amherst, etc., often pledge to meet full demonstrated need for all admitted students, including international students. Demonstrated need is determined by analyzing your family finances via forms like CSS Profile. If admitted, they give aid, grants, campus job, maybe small student contribution, such that what you pay is what they think you can afford. For example, at Harvard, if your family earns below a certain amount, you pay money. Many Ivy level schools have thresholds. Example, under $65,000 income equals zero parental contribution. 5 US colleges are need blind for internationals, meaning your ability to pay is not considered in admission, and they also meet full need. These are Harvard, Yale, Princeton, MIT, and Amherst. Others are need aware but still give aid if admitted. In simpler terms, merit scholarships you win by being an exceptional candidate. Need-based aid you receive by being admitted and showing you can't afford the sticker price. Sri Lankan students often require one or the other because US costs, around $50,000 per year, are impossible for most. TSN's goal is to help you get one of those big funding opportunities. How to apply for financial aid. If you're seeking need-based aid, you typically must submit the CSS Profile, an online form by a college board, and sometimes the college's own International Student Financial Aid form. These forms ask for detailed info about family's income, assets, expenses, etc. It's like doing a financial audit. Be prepared to possibly translate financial documents. You usually submit these around the same time as your application, often by application deadline or a bit after. Some colleges also require your documents, tax returns, salary slips, etc. as proof. TSN and other resources can guide how to fill the CSS Profile. It can be tedious. There is a fee to send CSS Profile to each college, but some colleges have fee waivers for international students. If a college is need blind or very generous, always apply for aid if you need it. It will not hurt your admission at need blind places and at need aware ones. It's better to request it upfront. If you don't get an admitted, you usually can't ask for aid later, and then you'd be in a pickle. One strategy, apply to a mix of colleges, including ones known for great aid, Ivy Leagues, etc., and ones known for big merit scholarships. Some state universities also have scholarships for top internationals, but many publics are unfortunately not need-friendly unless you get a merit award. External scholarships. There are some global ones like Robertson, if you apply Duke, University of North Carolina, or specific ones like the Knight Hennessy at Stanford, though that's mostly grad students, etc. Also, maybe local Sri Lankan organizations or governments. Though for undergrad, that's rare. Mostly the US college itself funds you. TSN's database lists numerous non-US and US scholarship opportunities. For instance, the Lester B. Pearson in Canada, full ride at U of Toronto, King Scholars at Dartmouth targets students committed to poverty alleviation, full ride, Emory University Scholars, etc. The TSN database excerpt shows many, like Kash at Duke, which is merit and need for internationals, and the King Scholarship at Dartmouth. Keep track of scholarship deadlines. Some are earlier than regular admission. For example, some require separate essays by December 1st, even if college application deadline is January 1st. To give an idea, CSS profile will ask for parental salaries, business income, home ownership and value, savings, any debts, annual expenditures on various things, etc. They basically want to know how much can your family reasonably pay per year for college. They might determine, for example, that your family can pay $2,000 a year, and then if cost is $70,000, they aim to give around $68,000 in aid. Be honest and thorough. Colleges can ask for clarification. They don't expect typical Sri Lankan families to pay much. They know income levels. If you own multiple properties or have lots of assets, it could reduce aid. If your family is of modest means, it will show and you could get near full aid. One tricky part, currency conversion and inflation. Mention if your rupee income has less purchasing powers. The profile usually asks for income in local currency and they convert using official exchange rates, which nowadays may not reflect black market. You can explain unusual financial context in a financial comments section. Loans. US need-based aid at the top schools is often loan-free, all grants. Other schools might include loans. International students often can't get US federal loans, but colleges sometimes provide their own loan funds. Minimize loans if possible, but a small loan can be okay if needed. Government and external aid. While the focus is on college-provided aid, note a few external routes. For undergrad, your best bet is to securing aid directly from the university or a direct university-related scholarship. Now the call to action. Research and list possible scholarships. Now, make a list of the colleges you're applying to and note their aid policy for internationals. Are they need blind or meet full need? Need aware, but claim to meet need if admitted? Do they offer merit scholarships you can apply for? You can find this on their admissions and financial aid web pages. Also check TSN scholarship database or sites like Education USA flyers. Identify at least 5 to 6 specific scholarship opportunities, university ones or external, that you could be eligible for. Mark their deadlines and application requirements. For example, apply to Emory University Scholars due November 5th needs extra essay, or if admitted to Princeton, fill out CSS profile by February 1st for aid. Or Toronto Pearson Scholarship, needs school nomination by October. Talk with your family and gather needed financial documents early. You might need income statements, bank statements, etc. It can take time to compile. Also discuss how much, if any, your family can contribute. It's often asked on forms. This can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Make sure everyone's on the same page that you're seeking significant aid. Prepare for the CSS profile. If applying for fall intake, the form opens October 1st or the year before. It's detailed. Maybe ask TSN mentors or Education USA for guidance if needed. Start filling it out with parental help. Don't do it last minute as it can bring up queries you need to resolve, like how to value your house in rupees, etc. By doing this homework, you ensure that when those acceptance letters come, they come with viable funding. There's nothing worse than getting into a dream school and not being able to attend due to money. So we front load the effort by secure the money. Take heart that many Sri Lankans have gone before you have gotten full scholarship. As our TSN's prospectus noted, top-tier universities have generous need-based financial aid programs. Students pay only as much as they can afford, and places like Yale's aid is completely loan-free. It's not too good to be true. It's real for those who can make the cut, and you're in the running. With finances covered in the final module, Module 12, we'll bring it back to TSN, specifically the Scholars Pipeline application process. So you know how TSN itself will support you through all these steps and what to expect if you join. Let's push through to the final finish line of this course. For many Sri Lankans about US or any universities is, how on earth will I pay for it? The good news?